welcome back to another part of Higurashi when they cry. Feels like we're probably getting near the end of this. So yeah, I'm probably going to continue on to the next chapter once I finish. I'll probably take a bit of a break though. I don't know how long. But then yeah, I'll get into recording the second episode or chapter or whatever it's called. A familiar ceiling. The smell of the bed and pillows. I knew them well. Was this my room? Normally there wouldn't be anyone in my room besides me, yet their presence made me strain wide awake. When I did that, pain shot throughout my entire body.
大丈夫かな？横になってた方がいいと思うよ。
Why was Renner in my room? Blood began to surge through my muscles and capillaries. But Renner's smile belonged to the Renner I knew well. I knew I shouldn't let myself feel this way, but I relaxed, thinking that this version of Renner was safe.
俺はどうして
覚えてないの？
意識がなくなってからのことは全然。
My body had become more lethargic than I could ever have imagined. Were you drugged? I guess that would be the expected outcome after exerting everything I had back there. I mean, I'm guessing they left you? Unless they met up with the Renner and got her to carry you back or something. But if they left you, that means they probably already knew something for certain, so... Given that they talked about drugs with Takatashi, whatever his name is, death, and how they couldn't find it, but they looked for something, I'm guessing that's probably involved. I tried to at least clear my head, but I just couldn't shake the sluggish feeling out of my mind.
一応お医者さんにも電話したから。 もうすぐ来ると思うよ。それまで横になってた方がいいと思うな。
I wasn't injured seriously enough to merit calling a doctor, but knowing that someone impartial was coming was slightly reassuring. Is he though? Will it really be a doctor you can trust?
俺どうしてここにいるんだ？確かダム現場で。
それはレナが聞きたいな。何があったのかな。レナが行った時にはケイチ君倒れてて。
So yeah, they probably drugged him.
だから聞きたいのは俺の方だよ。
Since they're already certain that he was going to die, they don't need to watch over him anymore or something, maybe? I don't know.
変な二人組に襲われて。
As I talked about it, I finally remembered what happened right before I passed out. Recalling that memory and the terror that went along with it caused the fogginess around my head to clear right up. Let's forget about those two for right now. I didn't expect Rena to be nursing me. Maybe she was serious about the hole. I won't let you be transferred. I thought Rena was trying to kill me. She would have had the perfect chance while I was unconscious. Not only did she not kill me, I said that weirdly. She had nursed me back up to health.
よく俺を引きずってここまで来れたな。重かったろ。
Looking at Rena's delicate frame, it was hard to believe that she had not only gotten me back home, but even dragged me all the way up to the second floor. Did she have some help?
ケイチ君、覚えてないの？
Nope. Rena appeared a bit surprised, but still kept her smile.
レナはケイチ君に肩を貸しただけだよ。大丈夫、自分で歩けるってケイチ君が。 覚えてない？
I didn't remember. My memories was fuzzy after the point where I lost consciousness.
二人組はどうした？レナが来た時、俺と一緒に、あるいはそばに二人組の男が。
いなかったよ。
I'm not sure if that was too quick. Is she lying? Perhaps? She said it bluntly. The way she stated it felt slightly unpleasant. I was just too timid at that time. I might have been able to force some answers out of Renna. But if I did that, then this kind Renna might transform into the scary Renna who I didn't know. Fearing that, I didn't press any further. Thinking about it, it was the obvious choice. If both of those men were there, I don't think Renna would even have stood a chance. I couldn't find a way to explain it unless I assumed she had brought me here after those two were already gone. So I'm thinking there's two possibilities. One, they drugged him and went, okay, we don't need to, he's taken care of, we don't need to be here anymore. Let's not incriminate ourselves. And two, oh, yes, Renna, you can keep watch over him. Renna was still smiling. Her eyes sparkled warmly. Yet, I felt like I was hallucinating when I saw something. I don't know what that... I felt like I was hallucinating when I saw something. Something akin to a shadow slowly creeping across her face. That small omen sent shivers down my spine. While Renna was still Renna, I needed to make contact. I needed to contact Ohi-san. Renna stopped me when I tried to get out of bed. You said it would aggravate my wounds, so I should sleep.
トイレに行きたいんだけどな。
Ow.
ごめん。
Renna couldn't say anything else. While Renna stayed in the room, I quickly went downstairs to get the phone receiver in the living room. When I approached the front door, the doorbell rang. Ding dong. It must have been the doctor Renna had called. It was strange for a patient to welcome in the doctor who was making a house call, but it would be incredibly reassuring to have him here for the considerable time it would take Oji-san to get here. I carelessly opened the door with that simple assumption, and regretted it almost immediately.
ミオン。
あれ？元気そうだね。
Yeah.
倒れてたって言うから様子見に来たんだけど。
Yeah, I really don't trust you.
なんで俺が倒れてたって知ってるんだよ。
レナが電話してきたから。他に理由が必要？
I understood why she would call the doctor. But why Mion too? Ren was descending the stairs behind me.
レナ、ケイちゃん大丈夫そうだよ。たく、心配して損した。
そうだね。レナも心配して損したかな。
They both began laughing. It appeared to be cheerful laughter, but I couldn't shake the feeling that there was darkness looming over them.
うわ、何この下駄箱。どうしてたの？
The shoe rack that I'd smashed to pieces had been like that since yesterday.
転んでさ、その拍子に持ってたバットで叩いちゃったんだよ。
持ち慣れないもん振り回してるからこういうことになるんだよ。
I kept the fact that it was none of her business to myself.
でもこれじゃおばさまたちが帰ってきたらびっくりしちゃうね。後でレナが片付けておくね。
Uh-huh.
さあ、ほらケイちゃん。重病人なんだからちゃんと寝てないとダメだよ。
Are you joking with that? Terminally ill?
さあさあ、お布団に戻った。
Both of them urged me up the stairs. I had no chance to call Oi-san. I was pushed into my bed. As was the first time Mion had been in my room, she began searching around intently. She fiddled around my room and was scolded by Rena. You can imagine how it went. It was uncomfortable having my room poked around, but the conversation was so benign that it was heartwarming, rather. During that innocent conversation, Mion had said something as though it was perfectly ordinary.
レナ、監督には電話した？
The manager?
みーちゃんに電話した後すぐにね。すぐ来るって言ってたよ。
Manager? That out-of-place word gave me a bad feeling. Marina called a doctor, then called Mion, and after that, she called a manager? Who was this manager? Since Rena and Mion's conversation was so peaceful, it only felt slightly odd.
二人とも何の話をしてるんだよ。監督ってなんだよ。
ケイちゃん死んないの？監督って言ったら監督だよ。
That's not helping.
映画の監督とか工事現場の監督とか
But surely not the foreman, though, right? Right? Because he disappeared the first year. No, he died the first year, rather. Yeah. I dug through all my memories for a manager who might have business with me. Only one thing came to mind. What Rana had just said. The construction site foreman. The very first victim of the first incident. The dismemberment of the damn construction site. The foreman? But that was strange. He was supposed to be dead. There was no way they could call him. Unless they have a phone to graves, to the afterlife. Yeah.
お前らが何の話をしてるのかわからないよ。その監督が俺と何か関係あるのか？来るって言ったけど、うちに来るのか？
I asked one obvious question after another. But all the two of them did was smile coolly at each other. There was a huge difference between how the two of them appeared and how my suspicions were playing out. Slowly, I felt discomfort and panic welling up inside me. I couldn't understand what Rena and Mion were talking about.
ケイちゃん、最近は野球に凝ってるんだよね。監督、それ聞いたら喜ぶと思うな。
だから監督って誰だよ。
監督は監督さんだよ。
Now explain it to me as if I'm an alien and I don't know anything. Because I have no idea what's going on.
だから監督って誰だよ。
Okay, that sounded creepy. Rena and Mion looked at each other and laughed haughtily. That disturbing cackle unpleasantly resounded around me. That laugh, long enough to be unsettling, ended abruptly.
そうだ。監督が来る前に済ませとくかな。ケイちゃん、覚えてるかい？
Her face was laughing, but Mion's eyes told a different story.
覚えてるって何をだよ。
ケイチくん忘れちゃったのかな。罰ゲームなんだよ。罰ゲームなんだよ。忘れちゃったのかな。おはぎの宿題。どれがレナの作ったおはぎかを当てる宿題。
It was E. It was E.
あれ、確か宿題忘れだったよね。
I certainly did have that homework, but I had thrown away the rest of the mochi after I found that sewing needle, so I wasn't able to answer which one Rena made, but you already knew which one Rena made. The penalty for that? Why now? No doubt my question was written all over my face. The answer to my question was that of dry laughter. I could no longer make heads or tails of it. I began to think that this entire day was somehow insane, strange, incomprehensible. Being chased by Rena, attacked by strange men, the penalty Mion and Rena were talking about. What were these two laughing at? It didn't take that long for me to realise I'd been dragged into an abnormal situation. Who were these two? Who were these people? Who were these doppelgangers of Rena and Mion? Rena had gotten behind me at some point. Why was she pinning my arms behind my back?
何の真似だよ。
動かないでね。罰ゲームだから。
My body was already very sluggish, and Rena pinning my arms made it not that much harder to move. I seriously tried to struggle, but she wouldn't even budge. My panic began to well up, and I realised this was well beyond the realm of jokes and pleasantries. This freakishly monstrous strength. It would have been possible for Verena that I knew. Then, these thin, frail arms grasped me firmly. Whose arms were they?
ケイちゃん、抵抗しちゃダメだよ。快速大何錠でもいいや。罰ゲームに抵抗しちゃダメなんだからさ。
Oh dear. Mion. No, that thing that looked like Mion spoke to me like how Mion would speak to me. But I was certain that this was not Mion. Someone who wasn't Mion. Someone who was just pretending to be Mion.
監督が来る前に済まさないとね。
Mion fished into her pockets and pulled out something bizarre. I could tell what it was just by looking, but for such a thing to be in her pocket, my mind wouldn't accept it.
なんだよ、それ。
It was a small syringe. It was a small, clear syringe, the kind a doctor might use if you went to them with a high fever. Rona held me even tighter, and I could hear that clattering laughter. It no longer sounded like laughter blaring into my ear. That eerie laughter. It wasn't something that Verena I knew could ever produce from her own throat. This thing that was pretending to be Rena, was this their real laugh? Unable to defend myself, the syringe Mion was holding drew closer, and that needle tip was waved in front of my face countless times.
大丈夫大丈夫。痛くないから痛くないから。
Why are you saying that while smiling so much?
何をする気だよ。これは一体何の真似だよ。
ケイちゃん、何言ってんだか。分かってんでしょ。
何が。俺には何が何やらさっぱりわからねえよ。
知ってるくせに。今さらかまととぶられてもな。
わけのわからないことを言って俺を煙に巻くのはやめろ。
富武さんと同じ目に遭ってもらう。
ああ。 same as Tomitake-san? I didn't really understand what she meant. What did that have to do with this syringe?
ケイチ君、とぼけてるね。
Ugh, that was creepy.
うすうすは気づいてたくせに。
It's... if you're wearing headphones while watching this, I'm not sure if you get the same effect. But yeah, it really sounds like they're whispering it into your ear. Rena whispered into my ear, laughing as if to admonish me. But even the way she spoke was repulsive beyond compare. Playing dumb? Me? About what? Your existence. Oh, what do you mean, the same as Tomitake-san?
みんな初めはひき逃げされたものだと思っていました。ですが、意識を確かめるために近づいた警官はすぐに異常に気づきました。喉がね、引き裂かれていたんですよ。
ナイフとか？
いいえ、爪でした。
Nails? Nails as in fingernails? With those gouged through. That's right. Tomitake-san had clawed out his own throat with his own nails and died. There's no way someone could die like that. So then, for that to happen...
薬物を疑いましたが、そういう類のものは検出できませんでした。
That's right. The police didn't find any drugs in Tomitake-san's system.
警察は富武さんの遺体から薬物は検出できなかったって言ったぞ。
The two of them laughed with that sickening laughter. That's what that was. Of course they'd laugh. To assume that such a medicine didn't exist just because the police didn't know about it was completely foolish. Meaning, the drug that caused Tomitake-san to die in such a bizarre manner did exist? If Mion injected this into me, then that would probably be all the proof I needed. That would basically mean I'd end up the same as Tomitake-san. Becoming hysterical, scratching out my throat in my last moments, then die. Ugh. Such an outrageous drug to exist. For Mion to be holding it. Yet I was about to be injected with it. At that moment, I did not feel that there was any need whatsoever to question it. What kind of video, when he's trying to dodge a ball flying straight for his face, has time to think of a reason as to why it's flying at him?
観念しなって。んじゃ。
Mion's actions lacked any gravitas, and that made it even more terrifying. There was none of the ceremony like when someone is sentenced to death. There was no hesitation at all, as if she was just brushing her teeth. Mion reached out with one hand and grabbed onto my chest. It felt like electricity had run through the back of my head, and the entire world had gone dark. Did I stand up too fast? Or did someone hit me really hard on the back of the head? Having lost my sense of balance, I was assaulted by a wave of dizziness. Oops. I squatted down for a bit. When I came back to my senses, my entire room had changed drastically. The numbness in my head was gone, and slowly I could tell blood was flowing to my extremities again. How long had I been squatting here? How many minutes? Or has it been hours? It was almost as if the hands of the clock had stopped moving the entire time my eyes were closed. That's how little time passed. Really? The air of the room wasn't filled with that madness from before. Only a dull silence. Renna wasn't there pinning my arms, and Mion wasn't there about to inject me with a needle. No way. Could it be? All of it? Was it a hallucination? There was no other presence of the room besides my own. It was the weirdest experience I had ever had. I was certainly with Renna and Mion. I doubted my sanity for a moment, but I was also seized with some sort of comfort. I guess that terrible ordeal was a hallucination. Neither Renna nor Mion, they wouldn't ever do something so terrible. My head grew hot. I could tell my emotions were welling up. Why? That wasn't a reason to cry. Why? It was sorrow. Why was I sad? I don't understand. I don't understand. Kind to everyone, not discriminating against age or gender? Mion. That Mion was sprawled by the window in an unnatural pose. Blood stained her deep red from her head down to her chest. The bright crimson smeared on the walls. That splatter had undoubtedly come from Mion. She always had that bright smile and was kind to me from the day I transferred. What's going on? Renna. That same Renna was slumped at my feet and making the same pool of blood as Mion. I couldn't comprehend what had happened. What? Did someone come to save me? Then they beat these two down with this metal bat? Did he? I finally noticed the weight in my right hand. How long had it been there? It was Satoshi's metal bat. It was covered in a deep red. There was no doubt this was the weapon used to mutilate both of them. And I was holding that weapon. I was the only person in the house. What? Looking at this objectively, I couldn't think of anyone other than myself who could have done it. That's right. Keiichi Maibara. Of course I did it. I told myself gently, as if coaxing myself, "Hey, me. There's no reason for you to remember it, nor is there a need to regret it. Eat or be eaten. You get that, don't you?" Neither Renna nor Mion had moved an inch. Let me just check my battery levels. I got a few minutes. It wasn't just a split forehead and a trickle of blood. Nothing that simple. The entire room was splattered with red, and that told me it didn't end with just 2 or 3 strikes. What happened? The depths of my mind were calm, but on the surface I was panicking and agitated. Calm down, Keiichi Maibara. What happened to your usual calm self? Come on now. Do like you always do. Throw your head back and take a deep breath. Come on. Once. Twice. Breathe deeply. Calm down. Calm down. I chanted that over and over in my head and relaxed. What just happened? Colour came back to my vision and the smell re-infused the air. At the same time, I remember what happened when I blacked out. Renna and Mion had attacked me. They were about to inject me with whatever caused the same symptoms as Tomotaku-san. But right before that happened, I fought back. I twisted my whole body and threw Renna as she was spinning my arms. Then followed through with my spin, and rammed my foot as hard as I could into Mion's torso. It was soft. Renna tried jumping on me, so I tackled her as hard as I could and slammed her against the wall. I didn't let that brief moment of having them off balance slip by. Satoshi's bat that was left carelessly... Oops, I'm out of battery. I'll be back.